Up next, the Thunder taking on. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge joins us from the sideline. Here's what the Houston Rockets schedule looks like. On Wednesday, they'll head back home to host the Indiana Pacers. Then on Friday, they'll defend home court against the Portland Trail Blazers.
And it's going to be home game after home game after home game for this group. So they got a great chance to string together a number of wins given how strong they've been playing.
Here's the starting group for Houston. They've got Victor Wembanyama. Jalen Green is out there with Kyrie Irving. Then there's Scott, and it's Şengün in at the power forward. And for Oklahoma City, in the backcourt, we'll see Gilgeous-Alexander and Caruso. The post pair form will be Williams and Holmgren. And it's KD in at the 3, the small forward. Here we are, Greg, in Game 1 of the NBA season. How does opening night feel different from the rest of the season, the rest of the schedule?
Well, Kevin, it's the excitement of the unknown. Everybody comes in with the highest of expectations, right? You got new teammates, some new wrinkles, still a lot to figure out and shake out over the course of a long season.
Now, here's Scott, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. 4 on the clock. The drive by Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
You want a high percentage take offensively, get it to Holmgren in that spot.
Irving passes to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
It really does make the game easy for your teammates when you can lead them to the rim that well with the pass.
Elbow shot is on the way. And good. Got the English that time as it falls.
And the move and the basket. SGA has the defense shook.
The drive by Scott. And yes, it's good. Scott's got his second basket.
And the offense, 3 of 4, a solid start for this game.
Outside Williams. Pass to KD. Off target with his 3. The Rockets have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Wembanyama, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. To the paint, Holmgren with the steal. Caruso with the ball. And here is Holmgren. Back to Caruso. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Off target with the fadeaway.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that one.
Şengün with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Scott, and finished off by Scott.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me.
Treated the rim like it stole something from it.
Now here's Williams. Holmgren with a screen on Irving. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a two-pointer. It's rebounded by Houston. Incredible for his age, the decision-making of Şengün GA is very impressive.
So calm when he sees a double coming. Reads and reacts with ease when he's on the block or at the nail. Reminds you of a young Jokic with how he sees the game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Greg, seems like we always talk about Shai Gilgeous-Alexander's offensive side. But when it comes to deflections and steals, his defense, he's one of the best.
Yeah, his two-way ability is sometimes overlooked in the mainstream media. But people in the know how good of a defender he is.
Wembanyama, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Irving finds Wembanyama. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts.
And this is what you want to see. Wembanyama attacking with authority inside.
Timeout.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team.
And here we can check out the story on Kyrie Irving. He's coming off an excellent season. Averaged about 25 points per game, 5 assists, and 5 rebounds. And always nice to have a guy like him who can really defend at a high level coming off the bench.
You know, when you can sub in a lockdown defender, that's a major plus.
And Durant gets it to go.
KD's aggressive streak coming out on that play. He can mix it up with the big guys when he needs to.
Wembanyama, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The kick out to Scott. Durant with the steal. From past the arc. That shot off.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
Here's Şengün. Caruso grabs the miss. Thunder trailing by 4. And the short break in the action gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I did catch up with the Thunder's head coach. He told me that Şengün won't be easy to contain. He pointed to his passing ability and said they can run their offense through him whether he's in the post or at the top of the key. You add in his scoring, and he presents a unique challenge. Kevin?
Thanks, David. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 points.
And good work inside. SGA will make more room for himself on the perimeter when he can be effective down low.
Now, here's Scott. He's got 8. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow.
Defensive foul. Kevin Durant. First personal foul. First team foul.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Rockets?
I really like how they're knifing inside with confidence, exploiting any openings they see in the defense, taking advantage.
And also, guys, they're out-muscling their opponent. The points in the paint are piling up because of that aggressiveness.
They throw good, Wembanyama. Well, some have argued that Wembanyama deserved Defensive Player of the Year consideration in his rookie year.
And, Kevin, I can see where they're coming from. His team went from a bottom 5 defense to a top 5 defense when he was on the floor. His impact is amazing.
Now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 6 points for him. Gilgeous-Alexander against Scott. And it's Scott with the jam.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's Williams to the middle. Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
And attacking the rim. Holmgren making excellent use of that height inside.
Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. And now, courtesy of the 2K leaderboard, here are the teams that led the NBA in block shots last year. Second, the Thunder.
And that defensive reputation has value in and of itself. I mean, by the end of the season, teams were afraid to take the ball inside.
And that one's good, Irving.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Wembanyama, a screen on Durant. Irving drives in. Yes, that goes in. Wembanyama's got 9 points.
And he's caught fire this quarter, yet to miss a shot.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the basket is good.
He's somebody that's really comfortable carrying the offensive load.
Houston leading by 7. And here is Green. Nothing on the board, and it's Green with the jam.
When you try to check Green in pick and roll action, you've got to stop him first.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and again it's Oklahoma City.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
Screen by Şengün. Here's Green, and oh, what a play. He just palms the block. It's Durant on the wing. Wembanyama trying to free himself up. Nice D from Scott.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Wembanyama, a screen on Durant. Scott the pass to Wembanyama. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good. 11 points in the game.
Oh, great decision there. Get it to Wembanyama and let Victor finish as the roller.
Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Outside, KD. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Houston. Wembanyama's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Green. Coming off a 21-point game his last outing.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. Following the score by Houston. Pass to Holmgren. Williams scanning the floor. Nifty move. Pulled the shot a little up, but the bounce goes his way. Williams has got his second bucket.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
Thunder trailing by 9. Durant the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Wants to get it to KD and does. Rockets with the rebound.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
Şengün with a screen on KD. Here's Scott. Rebound by Williams.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear they're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
The drive by Scott. They grab their own miss. Outside Irving. It's good from long range. Irving's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And loving the hustle here early. I mean, they struck first on the offensive glass.
And those putback baskets contributing to their lead.
And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
This is SGA's role. He's out here to score and score often.
Greg, despite not winning Rookie of the Year, Holmgren had a historic start to his career.
And he would have won the award most seasons, but he obviously had some stiff competition. Regardless, he proved to be a versatile big man with star potential.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. The Rockets making the shot.
And the incredible reach of Wembanyama helping him knock away that one.
And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. And Clark, the Rockets, just one of a handful of franchises to win back-to-back NBA titles.
Can you believe that, Kevin? roughly 30 years ago that the Rockets did that. Led by Hakeem Olajuwon, perhaps the best player in the league at that time. Of course, this was while Michael Jordan was retired from the NBA the first time.
Looking at who's out there now for the Thunder. Hartenstein's checked in for Chet Holmgren. Wiggins comes in for Kevin Durant. And Wallace subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. From deep, Green. That shot off. Last outing for the Rockets. It was a loss to the Bucks. Down low. Here's Williams. Throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a three-point play. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
And no doubt they'd love to see him get a lot more of those opportunities.
And that deficit will go away quickly if he does, Greg.
Well, I like the way he capped off that drive. The one-hand hole punch.
Houston making a switch here. Adams, he's checked in for Victor Wembanyama. Smith comes in for Şengün. Amen Thompson, he's checked in for Green. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Kyrie Irving. Now, here's Scott. Oh, the power on that throwdown.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
And, you know, establishing that physical dominance early gives you a big mental edge, too. Don't discount that.
There's a minute left here in the opening quarter. To the inside. That's good from Wallace on the assist by Williams. Williams has got his third assist on the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Now here's VanVleet. Inside, Smith. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. You know, Clark, the Rockets have done a good job building a young foundation to this roster.
Yeah, I like what they've done, Kevin. They made big strides last season, and it's a team that's really growing up right in front of our eyes, and there's no reason that they can't continue the trend they're on.
Williams against Scott. A shot by Williams, no good.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now, here's Scott. 16 points for him. Adams' shot is good.
It's early, but they are getting pummeled on the glass.
Well, they've got to take a stand and commit to controlling their defensive backboard. These second chance buckets are killing.
And it's blocked by Scott. Now here's Thompson, coming in off a 10-point performance last game out. Pass to Smith, 2 on the clock. Williams with the block, and they'll keep possession. And so it's Houston, enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. Back to the action in just a minute. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Quite a position here for the Rockets to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
Thunder trailing by 12. Wiggins is out there with Hartenstein. Then it's Jalen Williams. Then there's Cason Wallace. And it's Joe in at the shooting guard. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second. Here's Hartenstein. Good. And it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 4 assists now tonight. Adams with the screen on Wallace. VanVleet passes to Adams. And out of bounds as the Thunder gain possession.
I had a chance to look at the numbers for Jalen Williams. Last season, he played outstanding. Last season put up about 19 points per, 4 assists and 4 rebounds. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
So it's the Rockets now, following the score by Oklahoma City. Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
He threw that one down. Adams, one of the fiercest competitors in the league.
And around a minute gone here in the second quarter. 13 feet away. Rebound by Smith.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And you can always count on Van Vliet to make the right play. He doesn't make too many bad decisions when he's got the ball in his hands.
Now here's Williams. 7 points in the game. Drops the inside leaner. Williams has got 9 points.
Just straight tricking the defender with the shot fake. This is how it's done.
Screen by Adams. Scott dishes to Adams. Over Hartenstein. Used the shot fake to create the angle, but couldn't get it to fall. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin, the Thunder are young, but they figured out how to win. Defensive ace Lou Dort talked about their chemistry. He said nobody cries about shot selection or anything like that. We know what each player can do. We just really want to see the team win and succeed. Kevin, you see.
Don't you, David? Every single game. Pulling in the right direction. And here's Williams now. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Trailing here by 8. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And now here's the 2K leaderboard with the list of the NBA's best teams from three-point land a year ago. Number 1, the Thunder.
You know, they went through stretches when they just didn't miss from beyond the arc. I mean, that carried them right to the top of that list.
Alex Caruso. He's checked in for Cason Wallace. They get it back. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. And now Williams running the floor all by himself. Here we are sizing up GA Jalen Williams, and his shooting has got to be his biggest strength.
Absolutely. He's great at spacing the floor for his teammates with his catch and shoot abilities, but he's equally gifted shooting off the dribble.
Last season, the Thunder finished as the 1 seed for the first time since 2013.
Yeah, and that was when they were led by the young duo of Durant and Westbrook. But they've got a new group of young stars now who are looking to bring that first championship to OKC.
Well, it was the Oklahoma City Thunder in their last game, a loss to the Mavericks. And Mark Daigneault calls timeout here. He wants to talk to his guy. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander checked in for Aaron Wiggins. Hartenstein passes to Caruso. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That one falls. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 14 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's Adams. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. Great to look at today's point guards. So many different types that can be effective.
And there's a lot more freedom for point guards to kind of explore the parameters of their game. Sometimes it's steadying an offense. Other times it's to ignite it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Şengün's checked in for Jabari Smith. Green comes in for Thompson. And Irving subbed in for Fred Van Vliet. Now here's Williams. He's got 13, and he comes up with the deuce. 15 points for Williams. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants to check in with his team and regroup. And the Rockets making a change here. Wembanyama's checked in. Now Scott. 16 points for him. Going inside. Here's Şengün. Takes it off the glass. And the Rockets lead by 8.
The balance, the focus, Şengün shrugging off the contact in style.
Outside Williams. Pass to Joe. Lock at 6. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's another one for the Thunder.
And he had a good look, and Gilgeous-Alexander made it pay off.
Now here's Green, covered by Joe. Green drives in, and that one's good, Irving.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 16 points for him.
And really credit their advantage on the backboard. That's where the lead has been built, and that's why they are in control.
Simply controlling the glass. I mean, plus 10 is the advantage in rebounds right now.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
Now here's Williams. He's got 15. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And now look at Victor Wembanyama here. Great showing for him last season. First in blocks. And he also finished the season in the top 10 in rebounding. It's just a terrific year on the glass.
Clearly one of the best at what he does. Some of his highlight rejections were out of sight. And the Thunder making a switch here. Durant's checked in. Now here's Şengün. His last outing, he had 18 points. Here's Scott. Good, and the assist goes to Şengün. Scott's got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets. Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. Lets it go from 11. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 6 in the quarter.
Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
The drive by Scott. The kick out to Irving. Green with the ball. Houston needs to get a shot off. Here's Wembanyama. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City.
And he rushed that one, no doubt about it. The D out of position, you can see the frustration on his face.
Şengün against Durant. The Rockets pull it in. Scott's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. Looking for a breather and maybe just 1 or 2 things to talk about. And the Thunder making a change here. Wiggins is checked in. Here's Wiggins. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Wiggins. Wiggins sets a screen for Caruso. It's stolen by Green. And now Irving pushing it up. No one back to stop him. That one good for 2. Irving's got 12.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
A floater. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
With great positional size, Gilgeous-Alexander can finish over defenders.
Şengün with a screen on Caruso. Here's Green, and it's Green with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G.A., the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
Here's Wiggins. The Rockets making the shot. Shot on the wing. The shot, no good.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Şengün with a screen on Wiggins, and there's the foul. Going Alex Caruso. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
And so here is Houston. And here is Scott. He's got 21. Shot clock at 5. Green inside the three-point line. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. And it's 8 points for Jalen Green. Wiggins outside. Durant deciding where to go with it. Durant brings it from distance.
In rhythm, quick trigger, KD at his best.
Rockets leading by 13. Wembanyama, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Green against Caruso. Screen by Şengün. The drive by Green, and Green slams it in.
A gifted athlete with an explosive first step. Green is at his best when he attacks off the dribble.
Oklahoma City shooting the ball really well in this game, 58%. Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Durant. A three ball. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Wembanyama, a screen on Caruso. Green finds Şengün. Six to shoot. Here's Scott. Add that basket to his impressive total. Brings him to 10 for 14.
These defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Last outing for Houston, it was a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee. Pass to Caruso. Here's Wiggins. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. And he finishes nicely on the way. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 10 points now just in this quarter.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
Here's Scott. He's got 23. And then Scott slams it in.
That is not possible. What we just, is that possible?
I think it is, Greg. Not probable, but like possible, like you said.
He's one of the few players in the NBA who can pull something like that off.
And Gilgeous-Alexander gets it to go. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 24.
I love the spirit he's shown tonight, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, I tell you what, the hole would be a lot deeper if he wasn't being as efficient as he's been so far.
And Wembanyama throws it down.
Wembanyama is a specimen going at the rim there with a purpose.
Thunder trailing by 17. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. Houston's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Şengün with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Scott the pass to Şengün. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Clark, looking at the growth and skill set of Şengün, he could be special.
I agree 100%, partner. He's got an instinct for the game that you just can't teach. The passing, the ball fakes, the pace at which he plays, it's all there. Feels like he could have the same kind of development trajectory as Jokic. We'll see. Here in the second, at least from the line, they're perfect. Hopefully that gets them going in other areas as well.
The Thunder have made the most out of their opportunities at the line. They have yet to miss in 7 attempts.
And one of the highlights last year for this group was the fact that they were so efficient from the charity stripe. That's a huge factor.
You know, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
He doesn't take a lot of time to make up his mind. Brooks always thinking ahead, and he's in position before the pass is made.
Holmgren with a screen on Thompson.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And so it's Houston out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thank you. KD, moments of frustration for you early. What are you seeing out there?
Thank you, David, and we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
Welcome, everybody. The story at the half could be summed up as a dominating performance for the Houston Rockets.
I think their bench was the biggest difference. These guys came aggressive on the offensive end, not afraid to put the stamp on this game.
Yeah, some confident personalities up and down that roster. And moving along, a metric for that first half. Love me some metrics. Checking out the top performer on each team.
Yeah, these two are getting after it. They're working overtime to be the guy. They've got each other fired up.
It's almost like they're playing their own game of one-on-one. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And you know what? I'll be interested to see just how much he's got left in the tank. That first half had to take a lot out of.
And so in the game for the Rockets, they've got Scott. Adams is out there with Alperen Şengün. Then it's Brooks. Offensive rebound. Holmgren gets the bucket.
I mean, length and skill. And Holmgren has a lot of both.
Rockets leading by 15. Şengün with a screen on Caruso. And Thompson kicks to Scott. Şengün with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Scott finds Şengün. Another shot knocked away. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. Shoots from the elbow. Williams can't get it to go. Houston's gotten a success rate of just over 50% from three-point tonight. 4 of 7 shooting. Thompson against Durant. The drive by Thompson. Here's Adams. A shot that time, not on target. Nice D from Durant. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren with a screen on Brooks. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Rockets shooting a scorching 68% in the game. Thompson dishes to Adams. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Assisted.
Adams has got 8.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And that one drops for him. That's 29 points for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, you can rely on Durant to do it all. I mean, he'll produce on his own, but he also works really hard to find his team shots as well.
Here's Thompson. Pass to Şengün. And Adams kicks to Thompson. Shoots over Caruso, and he overshot that one, missing.
Just 1 for 4 from the field, not the way they wanted to start the second half.
To the middle, here's Holmgren. And the dunk by Holmgren.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Jabari Smith, he's jacked in for Alperen Şengün. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter.
He's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Insane dunk.
And now they're starting to rub it in, build up a lead, and here we go, baby. It is showtime.
And why not? A little salt in the wound. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys reeling and on the ropes.
Here's Williams. Looks good, is good. That's his 7th basket in 12 tries.
No doubt about it. He has done a ton to help this team, but he's going to have to do even more if they want to have a chance to get back in this one.
Smith, and it's slammed in by Smith.
And Smith is just so impressive, especially when he's working in that screen and roll.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He has 29. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Daigneault said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless.
Oh, he's putting on a show for these fans.
I can't believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game.
Well, when you know it, you got to show it.
That one drops for him.
Boy, he's making it look really easy right now. I expect him to continue to run the offense through him until the defense makes him change plans.
Ball's knocked loose, and so it looks like the Rockets... will retain possession here.
Rockets ball.
Here's the 2K leaderboard with last season's best free throw shooting teams. The Thunder in 4th.
Collectively, I mean, they had an amazing year at the free throw line. Sometimes free throw shooting can be contagious, and it seemed like everyone on their team had the hot hand.
Catching up in the changes for Houston. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Steven Adams. Green comes in for Dylan Brooks. And Irving subbed in for Amen Thompson.
How about the floor awareness by Gilgeous-Alexander? Solid at just spotting his open teammate.
The drive by Scott. Here's Smith, who's back up. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. KD's got 4 rebounds now tonight. And the foul called on Victor. Wembanyama. That will get him his 4th foul of the game. Şengün's checked in for the Rockets.
Substitution for the Rockets. Number 28. Alperen Şengün.
Caruso kicks to KD. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark, Kevin Durant is both prolific and, Greg, efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again? KD is right at the top of that list.
Williams against Smith to the left side wing. Nobody near Irving. Good. And it's Şengün picking up the assist. Şengün's got 3 assists in the game. And Gilgeous-Alexander throws it down.
Oh, how about the slam there from Gilgeous-Alexander? He loves getting that type of positioning down low. Okay, let's take a look at Alperen Şengün. Coming off a terrific season. Averaged 21 points a game, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists. It's hard to wrap your head around numbers like these, but that is just what he delivers night in and night out.
You know, it's so easy for us to take him for granted, to get spoiled with what he does. I think we've got to be more appreciative of the kind of impact this man has in every game he plays.
Outside Irving. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Şengün. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for the Houston Rockets. They led the game at one point by 20. Now, here's Scott. He has 29. Smith with a screen on Durant. Scott inside. He's guarded by Williams. The Rockets with another miss. Thunder trailing by 12. Down low. Shoots. And off the left side of the rim. And it swirls in for him. Williams has got 22.
And really just led him to his sweet spot for that finish.
Smith with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Şengün against Holmgren. Smith kicks to Green. Houston moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Scott inside. KD's on him.
Affecting the shot right there. The length of Durant, a problem for the offense.
Pass to Williams. Good on the shot, and that shaves the lead to single digits. 24 points for Williams.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Green with the ball. Williams picks him up. And the dunk by Smith.
The versatility of Smith on display there, and we're seeing it. I mean, he can act as a ball handler or the roller in the 2-man game.
Oklahoma City's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Williams kicks to Gilgeous-Alexander. Lets it go. Again, Oklahoma City.
Seems like he can't miss right now, guys. I mean, completely in the zone this quarter.
Here's Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
And Smith already understands you have to be unselfish if you're going to gain the respect of your teammates and coaches.
Thunder trailing by 10. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Holmgren sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession.
First in steals, and how about first in terms of three-point shooting? The damage they do from beyond, maybe the biggest offensive weapon in our league.
And last season, everything started with their defense. You mentioned their #1 ranking in steals. The pressure they put on opponents was nonstop. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
Long, 7'1" with that 7'6" wingspan. Holmgren can alter a block just about every shot in his vicinity.
The kick out to Irving. Clock is at 3. Here's Scott. Those 3-pointers off the mark.
You know, after connecting on 1 3-pointer in the first half, he hasn't netted another one since.
Outside for Durant. Outside Williams. To the inside. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut down to 8 on the bucket from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Major dominance, and it comes so easily for him. Fantastic getting to his spots on the floor.
And he has just been in a flow offensively. Terrific game. He has been the X factor.
Left side, Gilgeous-Alexander. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 39.
I mean, he is tearing the defense apart, and let's face it, they have not brought their A game on that side of the ball.
It was the exact same kind of offensive showcase for him in their last game, too. When it happens this often, that's not a pattern. That's a characteristic.
And they get it back. Joe passes to Williams. Şengün against Holmgren. Oklahoma City needs to get off a shot. Durant just inside the line, and he hits the jump shot. 9 points for Kevin Durant.
What can they do? I mean, that's the question. Durant finds a shot he likes, and the mechanics are efficient and tight. Practically a sure thing when he lets it fly.
Irving passes to Smith. On the wing, Scott. Guarded by KD. Scott can't get it to go. Thunder trailing by 8. To the paint. KD finds Williams. He gets that one. Williams has got 8 here in the quarter.
And their outside game is simply evaporating. Here in the second half. Not a lot of great looks from deep.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. A different look for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Holmgren. Wiggins comes in for Kevin Durant. And it's Cason Wallace in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Houston also making some changes. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Smith. Dylan Brooks comes in for Jalen Green. It's Thompson in for Kyrie Irving. That one goes in, and it's 37 points for A-Train.
So good at getting to his spots and then cashing in, making the game look easy.
1:10 left to play in the third. Hartenstein passes to Joe. Wallace outside. From the arc. Hits it from three-point range. Wallace has got 5 now.
Defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
Screen by Şengün. The drive by Thompson, and Thompson throws it down.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
44 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Williams. It's rebounded by Houston. Şengün's got his 5th rebound in this one.
And they hold a huge advantage on the backcourt.
And that's been the key to this league. I mean, they've really dominated the glass.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, G8, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up. Defensively, you just can't afford to give these easy looks up. Just asking to get burned if you do.
Scott against Wallace. Now Scott. Wembanyama, a screen. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Houston Rockets heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We've got more in store for you right after this. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Yeah, and with the accuracy to go along with that vision. I mean, he put the ball in the absolute perfect spot. That's how you orchestrate it.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Houston leading by 7. Aaron Wiggins is out there with Alex Caruso. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Joe in a 2-guard. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
Hartenstein with the screen on Thompson. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the foul called on Victor Wembanyama. That's his 5th foul.
Well, one more and that's it. He'll be DQ'd, disqualified. He's got to be able to defend without picking up that last disqualifying foul.
And the Rockets making a change here. Adams checked in. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Ime Udoka's huddle. He told his players, I love the energy right now. You look like you're having fun out there. Keep playing for each other because our chemistry looks great right now. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Screen by Şengün. Here's Scott, and he goes right over Hartenstein and slams it down.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
Screen by Şengün. Thompson dishes to Adams. Outside, Scott. Shot clock at 6. Kick out to Adams. Pass to Thompson. From deep, Brooks. Caruso grabs the miss. And so Caruso will bring up the ball for Oklahoma City. 9-point game. That'll be just one game played away from home for them.
You really got to tip your cap to him in terms of how he's played today, even if they end up losing this game.
Şengün with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Drive by Scott. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That one on Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throw. He's as solid as it gets from the line. I mean, give him the opportunity. He's cashing in on those.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot.
To the middle. Here's Şengün. And that one, good.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Wiggins. Screen by Wiggins. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Caruso. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Rockets leading by 9. Drive by Scott. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Houston.
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
And they've also been ferocious inside, really taking advantage in the painted area and making good on those chances.
Wiggins, a screen on Brooks. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. From the line, shot is good off the back rim and in. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 47 points.
Can't say enough about his individual performance. I don't think you can overstate it. I mean, even if the all-around team effort's been lacking, this guy's been on top of things.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy.
A nice corner 3. That's a shot you want to see from Dillon Brooks.
Pass to Hartenstein. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Hartenstein with the screen on Thompson. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Hartenstein.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Here's Brooks. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
Dillon Brooks never afraid to flex on defense in these tough finish situations. He's a very physical player. I love it.
Well, Clark, we hear a lot about the antics with Brooks, but he deserves more attention for his play.
I agree, especially on the defensive end, Kevin. He's one of the top perimeter defenders in the league, and some of what his antics are flowing out of is his competitive spirit. I still think he needs to tamp down the antics because that does take away from what he does, which is lock guys up and play with great competitive spirit all the time.
That one misses for Brooks.
Every team wants to have an enforcer or two, somebody who's physical, unafraid, gives his teammates confidence. Brooks is one of those guys.
Here's Joe, defended by Scott. Adams against Holmgren. Lets the three fly. Back to Joe. Takes the three. And the dunk by Hartenstein.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Well, you know, if nobody's going to put a body on him, then that's going to be the result.
Scott the pass to Şengün. Chalk up two there. And the Rockets lead by 11.
Excellent in the screen and roll. Şengün with a wide base and natural strength, and he makes excellent decisions with the ball.
Inside. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 49 points in the game.
Great quarter for him at the offensive end, trying to will his team back in the game.
Out to Brooks. On the wing, Scott. Back to Brooks. Some nice passing there by Houston. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. Jalen Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Kevin Durant. Comes in for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. And clearly an important juncture. He's going to have some choice words with his team. Cason Wallace, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Houston also making some changes. Smith checked in for Steven Adams. Green comes in for Dillon Brooks. And it's Kyrie Irving in for Thompson.
Nice handles, tight handles, fluid handles, right into a shooting motion. Durant able to do everything on the offensive end.
Şengün with a screen on Durant. Here's Scott, and he slams it down right on top of Chet Holmgren.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
No good on the second free throw. Rockets leading by 8. The drive by Scott. Outside Irving. Pass to Smith. And Smith with the stuff.
Yeah, scouts have said Smith needs to get stronger, and maybe that's the case, but well, he sure muscled that one in.
Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in for Wallace.
Jabari Smith at the line for one.
Free throw drop for Smith. Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards, but man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on the season, and a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9", and 7-foot guys. Special.
And the dunk by Scott.
And guys, that's not as easy as he made it look. You've got to have some skills to pull that off.
Well, he's got plenty of those,
Yeah.
that's for sure.
Yes, indeed. Let's just call him ladder climber.
Thunder trailing by 11. Gilgeous-Alexander with it. Holmgren with a screen on Irving. The kick out to Williams. Holmgren sets the screen to Williams. Good on the triple. Williams has got 31.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Tried by Scott. Tries again. Out to Smith. And here is Green. Screen by Smith. Takes it inside. And stolen by Williams. Good work defensively by Smith.
Boy, that is awesome defense, guys, against a capable finisher. Well done. I'm sure the coaches love that.
Şengün with a screen on Williams. Tried by Scott. And it's Scott with the jam.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
And, you know, not enough help from the defense there to compensate. He gets a clean look, and that's exactly how you draw it up.
It'll go. The Rocket lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Durant.
Durant so good at finishing in tight. Excellent in the paint.
Green, the pass to Smith. The kick out to Irving. It's stolen by Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's KD, the fast break opportunity. And Williams throws it down.
Now that could be a major moment in this game. Just when we thought this contest might be over, a steal, a fast break, and it's hold everything time.
In the corner, Şengün with it. Scott inside. He's guarded by Williams. Clock at 6. Smith with a screen on Williams. The drive by Scott. And it's Scott with the jam.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
And Mark Daigneault calls timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And Oklahoma City making a change. Caruso's checked in. And here now the Thunder, trailing here by 8. And Holmgren the bucket on the assist by Williams.
And looking to get stronger. Holmgren fights through the bump. Tons of time for him to grow into that frame.
Smith with a screen on KD. Scott. Again, what an avalanche!
And he's up. To 52 points.
Yeah, making it GA look all too easy right now. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And no good as it rattles out. Rockets leading by 8. Here's Green. Smith with a screen on Caruso. Here's Green. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Didn't seem like the defense was ready for Green inside that time. He came at him with a lot of energy and was able to draw the foul.
And both free throws good for Green. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. Yet another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. Green kicks to Scott. Smith with a screen on KD. The kick out to Irving. Pass to Şengün. Just 4 to shoot. push it up 4-on-3. Here's Williams. Oh, and the jam by Williams.
Nice read from the veteran Durant that time, recognizing the defense had overcommitted.
Şengün with this screen on Durant. Here's Scott. And good. There's another.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA really taking it to the opposition.
At the line for the Rockets, one shot.
.27 left in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Holmgren.
It all started with the pass. That's what coaches love to see, ball movement.
Here's Scott. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
That's exactly how you win a rebound battle. Get good position and then use your strength to hold on to that position.
The shot's good. Now just a 5-point Rocket lead.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
Irving attacking and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Scott against Durant. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Smith. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Rockets lead by 7.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
And where some feel stressed, Gilgeous-Alexander feels strength. Love the confidence from the young fella.
A drive by Scott, and it's Scott with the jam.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one-hander.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys.
Does it as well as anybody, fellas. Tremendous skill while in the air.
Time called here. The Thunder decide to talk it over. 29 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Got it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
I like the play call. Very solid, making perfect use of the pick to get a great look.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. So the first one drops, and that increases their lead to 6.
2 shots.
And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game.
And he just garnered a little bit more insurance there. Very confident as he's able to go up and knock those down.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. It's rebounded by Şengün. 15 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Here's Scott. Connects again.
And what a night. Arguably the best in franchise history.
Tying the franchise mark for most points in a game. The next basket breaks it. Fires from way outside. It's off. So we see the Rockets get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Kyrie, we're at an early part of the season, but what did you want to accomplish tonight individually and in the team flow?
Just wanted to come out here and compete, get the win. We wanted to set a standard for ourselves. The most important thing was just coming out here and competing for my teammates and, doing whatever possible to get this win.
And you all did that tonight. Thanks, Kyrie. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thanks so much. And that about does it for the first game of the new NBA season. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for being with us. And now our player of the game, A-Train.